my laptop. Now this is the first time. I only will have to do this the one time.
Right. Oh, I just noticed we're live.
It just takes a second on my end to finish up the screen.
Well, good morning. I just noticed we're both wearing the same sweater.
Good morning.
That's kind of crazy.
Oh, we are wearing, are we still live? Yeah, we're live on YouTube.
We're live and we are twinning. How are you this morning?
Good morning and happy Knit-Aversary.
Happy Knit-Aversary, Jodi. What the heck?
Okay, I never wear two earphones, even when I'm sewing and stuff, because people fucking sneak up on me at home.
Oh, right.
So you're going to have to tell me if you see anyone behind me.
I'm not telling, but I also don't think anyone's going to come in. It does totally block out the world. I usually just put in one so I can hear what's going on and then still hear my show or whatever. But you put in two and it's like your own little space. I love that.
Right. So I put in two, and so we'll see. If there's going to be someone behind me trying to kill me, you just give it a holler.
If there's somebody really scary, I will let you know. Okay. Can we just start today off by wishing our mom and dad the very happiest anniversary? It is their actual wedding anniversary today. They've been married 54 years and they live together, work together, travel together. They are 24/7, 365 and so happy. And we just love them so much. And we just want to say happy 54th anniversary.
Is it 54?
54 years. And, normally they're not home to celebrate it. They go down south in January. Yeah. So they're always in Arizona and they go out for dinner with friends. And now it's COVID and they are at home and it's minus 20 degrees and nobody's going to restaurants. So it's just going to be a chill day at home, I think, for them. But they're at work. Who am I kidding? Like,
they're at work this morning for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Mom likes to put our podcast on the computer in the office. So apologies to anyone at work. Yes, she does. Jeff said, I went up to the office and I saw you guys on YouTube.
Really?
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom. The comments aren't up yet, but I'm hoping it's like last time where they come up in just a few minutes.
I hope so too, because I didn't see them either. But anyway, I do see there's some people there in our chat. So good morning.
So you guys,
why can I hear? Can you turn off your volume?
No. It's our 5-year anniversary podcasting.
This is crazy. So February 3rd, 2016, we got together in my kitchen and we filmed a video and it was crazy and scary. And then I went to edit it and we could hear nothing.
No.
And it was so dejecting. We were like, well, clearly we don't know how to do this.
Yeah.
But so that video has gone to, the video graveyard. No one's going to see that one. But then a few days later is the one we recorded and is now up on YouTube. So do you have any little memories or impressions or things you want to share about from that day to today, 5 years ago?
I feel really proud of ourselves that it was a little stiff in the beginning. We were a little more stiff just because we were just getting used to it. And we were still ourselves, but we were a little more proper. I just think we've evolved to be our complete and authentic self.
Right. I 100% agree. I feel like we were very structured at the beginning. We were very structured. It was like segments, which is great. I do love segments and saying these are my works in progress. This is my but you're right. I feel like it's the natural flow of the way we are in real life now. This is our knitting conversation. You've come to our home. We're just hanging out. You're our friend, you're our friend, whether you're watching with a cocktail or coffee or at night when the kids are in bed or whatever. We're just hanging out, talking about our knitting now. And it's super organic and authentic. And it really is this is us. We're just hanging out at home, doing our thing. And I love that. I love that it's so unfiltered and real and that it's just us. I love doing it with you. That's my favorite thing about it, is doing it with you.
Me too. Yeah, it's like The shit show of my life translates very well onto
The shit show of my life.
Yeah. Some funny memories. I mean, I love the lady with the bush story where she caught us stealing her lilacs in the alley. I mean, we used to do, this was a long time ago. We used to do this with my mother.
Can I stop you? Because I think that's a story worth repeating. Will you tell us that story?
Yes.
It's very tame and it's wonderful, but it makes me laugh, and it's still thinking about it makes me laugh. Tell us the story.
Well, it started out with our mother, who started the tradition in her convertible car.
Started the stealing tradition.
Yeah. But the lilac bushes hang over into the alley. Free game, right? So we would go down. We didn't have beautiful lilac trees in our own yard. So we would take her convertible, take scissors, and drive up and down the alley and get the most amazing bouquets of lilacs, right? Because the season's very short. And if you don't get them, you won't get them until the following year. So in my alley, and I thought, I need to pass this tradition down to my girls, right? So in my alley, there's the really like grape purple, which you don't see a ton of, but this book is amazing. So I put scissors in my car, and coming home one day, I think it was one of my kids in the driver's seat who was actually doing the cutting. And a lady came. I mean, we're dying laughing, right? And
so you're cutting lilacs from her tree?
I'm cutting lilacs, and she comes out, and we're like, abort the mission. And so as we're driving away, I yell, I love your bush. And I just thought to myself, that's quite proper, is to yell at a woman saying you love her bush.
Jodi, I love it. I love it. It's so cute. Okay, I mean, I can just see that happening, and I can see you saying that, and I feel like she probably went in her yard and laughed too. I think that's hysterical. I'm looking at our video right now, and I see there's some folks here visiting with us. Yay. But I don't see any comments, so I don't know what to say, what that's all about.
Yeah, it kind of just fixed itself last time. I don't know if it's a setting. I mean, I click on the little bars next to the X on live chat, and it says all messages are visible. Some messages such as spam may not be visible. I try and send a message, and it says error sending message. So we're just going to have to roll with it. Last time it just fixed itself.
Mine's doing the same thing, Jode.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Is that because what?
No, I was just going to say, is that because I turned something off? But I don't think so.
No, settings are the same as last time. So I'm not sure.
I'm going to reboot my phone. Whoops.
Okay, you do that.
Anyway.
So 5 years have gone by. I think back to when we started to now. And yeah, we stayed authentic and true to things we love. We didn't, start adding stuff just to add stuff. We just followed our own rhythm, and I just think that's maybe some of the appeal, is that we just try and keep it.
Well, and I think too, I mean, when I think back on the memories, it's always the people. It's the people that make things that great. It's not like, oh, I got a skein of yarn, isn't that great? It's always the people. It's always
that's good too.
Memories and experiences. Even now when people make a comment and say, hi from the Netherlands, or hi from South Africa, or that just still continues to blow my mind. And I know at the very beginning, we could not imagine someone halfway around the world on our YouTube channel. So that is the same. And I think the way we still love to highlight makers and designers and just share the things that that got us excited that week, and continue to spread the love, right? When we get these great yarns given to us, that we make sure they find their way out in the world through knit-alongs. And I feel like that's still exactly what we love to do.
Absolutely. I also feel like because we're so lucky to have a bit of an audience watch our podcasts, that I always felt like it was a responsibility to stay just real.
Right.
Right.
So we share the things you love, not just because, Yeah,
And
I
you're
agree.
right. The people and opportunities that has come with this podcast are just so incredibly amazing. I mean, we know how lucky we are to have the audience we are and the opportunities that we've been able to travel and meet people. But you're right. Ultimately, it's the connections to the people we've made on this podcast is truly the best.
Totally. I can't wait to get back out in the world again and hug the knitters and crocheters and yarn lovers at our first event, wherever that may be. But you know, we are having some
travel.
Jodi.
I may even want to travel.
Jodi, we're going to make it a good one. We're going to make it a big trip. But although this weekend, we do have virtual Knit City. So that's kind of the best of both worlds. You can stay at home and be cozy and still join the party and take classes and go to the marketplace. And
you guys okay. I'm going to do a plug here. So I'm super excited. So Gigi from Gigi Made It, Gay Glaspie, Amy from La Bien-Aimée, and the two of us, the four of us are hosting a knit night tomorrow.
I know.
Giveaways. We're going to have a few little fun trivia games, questions and answers, kind of like, let's just show us your stuff. Show us what you're knitting. Let's just, as a community, spend a few hours together in the evening and just have fun.
It's 90 minutes.
It's 90 minutes.
But let me be honest, 90 minutes last time felt like 9 minutes. It flies so fast. Yeah. And the whole thing, when you're done, you just feel like this warm glow because you got a chance to visit with everybody and we're going to see you this time. So I'll put the link in our show notes and right below the video for where you can still get your Knit Night tickets.
It's through knitsocial.ca, but we'll put the link.
Yeah, it is a Knit City event. So that is over the moon exciting. And I have two other things. I've got a class and a lecture coming this weekend. And there's the online trunk shows.
We are taking Strange Brew. And I can't tell you how excited I am.
I can't even wait. I can't even. Strange Brew sweaters with Alexa of Tin Can Knits. But seriously, the entire lineup of workshops is
amazing.
Epic.
It was hard to pick because there were so many.
So many. But I'm super excited about that because at one point we wanted to take that in person and it fell through. So this is kind of like our do-over and I can do it in my sweatpants sitting at home. And that's like awesome. I do love that.
Totally.
So, but there are still, I think, I don't want to say, I don't know what the ticket situation is like, but it's totally worth checking it out. Going to knitsocial.ca. And that is one of the benefits. I mean, as much as we're missing all these in-person events, where else could we go to this gigantic knit night and connect with everybody? I mean, Amy from La Bien-Aimée, it's going to be 1 o'clock in the morning for her. That's crazy. So Paris, she'll be live. New York, New Jersey, Gigi will be live, and we'll be live from Edmonton, Alberta. And you guys will be coming to us from wherever you happen to be. So those are fun.
Take it from me. I'm one that doesn't want to join. I'm the one that wants to stay home in their pajamas. But getting on these knit nights, these 90 minutes, I'm not kidding you, it's gone in a blink. I wish you can't, I mean, to say it's a 3-hour knit night when you start, I mean, sounds daunting, but at the end of 90 minutes, you think, oh, I kind of wish it was longer.
Yeah, I do. It's true. It's true. It's 90 minutes, which is great because it really isn't your whole chunk of whatever part of that day is for you. But when we're done, I always think, oh, I could have stayed way longer. So, you know, Amanda and Fiona are amazing ladies. They are Knit Social, Knit City, everything Knit City. And they're just wonderful people. So their events are a blast to go to. And they're just so well. So that's what I'm looking forward to this weekend. You look really glam today.
Whatever. Just slipped on a love note. Speaking of tin can knits, I'm going to stand up.
It's so true. Okay, let me see.
I knit this in a strand of fingering and a strand of mohair of spun right round. I think it might have been Strange Trip.
I don't remember the name of it, but it was a very black and then bright speckled skein. Like it was a crazy looking skein of yarn.
Yeah.
Jodi.
Okay, so I this I did cropped like the pattern wants to. I'm wearing leggings and a tank top. I can't, this is a really bad angle, but
No.
I can't tell you how much I love it cropped.
I couldn't agree more, Jodi.
Like
I'm very surprised you haven't knit another one.
I am actually too. And now that I put it on, I just need to find new yarn. This will be like a sock project, you guys. I chose to knit mine without the lace, but follow the pattern with the 3/4 sleeve throughout, as the pattern says. But I would probably not knit the lace again. I just love this easy kind of like throw on, kind of flowy. I love it.
And I do love that the pattern is like that. Like you can literally just skip the lace if you want and just knit it straight and just still continue to follow the pattern. Just make sure that you do that number of rows that the lace is, right? And follow that. But I mean, easy peasy. I knit mine on a 6mm needle. It was 8 days from cast on to bind off to on my body. I'm going to give you a little flash. This one's mine.
Tracie.
Oh,
Tracie. See, I have no.
So there's the lace. Through. So I knit mine exactly to pattern. Exactly. And it's I can't even, this is one thing I put on every single time I put it on. I think, why have I not knit another one? That's ridiculous. So I would love to knit one that doesn't have the lace so that it's just a different option for wearing. I have to always wear a tank top. I mean, I guess you don't have to, but I do.
You know what I did do that I now remember? Because you start about here and then you pick up and you knit a little bit and then you knit your collar. I knit about 1 inch more than the pattern asked for. I wanted it a little bit closer to my neck.
Okay. And mine, I knit it just like the pattern said, which is where you start with a provisional cast on and then you knit up and finish it with ribbing. But I just did mine, I just bound mine off because I really just wanted like just the simple, clean edge. I'm pretty sure I put that in my Ravelry page, but the yarn I used is local Alberta yarn. It's Louise from the Wool Baron. And her color is called Crushed Rosette. Oh my gosh, Jodi, I'm like obsessed with this color. So, and it really is just literally one of my favorite things I've ever knit. So wouldn't it be fun to just cast on another love note? Now you've got all the info. You know this gauge.
Yes.
I can cast on.
Yes.
Right? And you hardly need any yarn. I'm so tempted. If I had enough mohair in one color, I would do it for sure.
Would you?
Yeah, Jode, I would. But
don't you only need 2? Tracie Miller. I can't believe you just said that. Of course you have enough mohair of one color.
I would have to look. I'm notorious for buying single skeins of mohair or whatever.
You would have to look. Oh, I see the comments are back. See?
Oh, okay, good.
Patience
so I guess it takes a while.
Well, it doesn't take a while when we're doing it just not on Zoom, but maybe for Zoom, it just takes a second.
Yeah, you're right. Oh my goodness, I see all these hellos. Hello, everybody. Oh my goodness. Can we
take a minute and say hello to everybody? Now I moved this thing.
Stop screwing with everything. Jeez Louise. Anyway, I see some beautiful hellos. Hello from Texas. Jodi, when you raised the neckline on your love note, did you do short rows in the back?
Yes.
It looks like you did.
I don't know.
It's a long time ago, and Jodi doesn't do show.
I probably did, but just a few, maybe back and forth twice, so 4 rows is probably all that I would have thought I needed, just to raise it a touch, right?
But you know what? That's super picky. Like, so honestly, it probably raised the back of your neck 1 centimeter or slightly more than that. The pattern, I mean, if you look on Ravelry, the pattern's written without those short rows and it looks awesome. I guess if it bothers you, if it back a little, I would say for sure. Do a little Google, use some German short rows. I think those are the easiest. And, you know, 6 or 8, like where you get, would be enough.
Yeah. I gotta share with you guys something. So while I watch a lot of TikToks, I end up seeing a bunch of like dermatologists. Like it kind of takes you, if you like a video, it kind of just, it figures like what you like and shows you more videos and stuff. So the dermatology ones, it says you should be adding vitamin C to your face.
If you're old like us, or just everybody?
Yes. And this is, vitamin C and retinol. As your skin ages. Mature skin is what it's called.
Apparently.
But this is what I got at Shoppers Drug Mart. It's a little bit pricey. It was about $75 Canadian.
But everything with retinol will be, right?
Yes. Let me tell you the glow I feel like my skin is having.
Jodi.
Like my skin loves this.
That is so fun.
3 or 4 drops. I just put it on my skin. Sometimes I put it right into my moisturizer and put it on my face, not morning and evening. Game changer.
Such a good tip. That's so crazy because you and I were just talking about this. I said to you, I just went to Shoppers Drug Mart and I cashed in all these points and I bought a whole bunch of stuff because my skin is so dry. And I think that's typical of our time of year. But I bought a bunch of stuff from Vichy, and one of them are these little glass vials of this anti-wrinkle, I don't know, it's vitamin C and something else, and it makes my skin feel instantly better. And I've been using it for a week and I feel like there's a change in my skin. So yes, I will be running out to get that serum because I think there's something to it. I think there's something to the like vitamin C, hyaluronic acid, all of those things for our type of skin.
Yes.
And it is it is not department store stuff, but it's not super inexpensive either. Like most things were sort of around $50, but you don't have to get them all. But I have to say a serum and a moisturizer are like the bare, I need those two for sure.
Yeah. And you only use like 3 drops.
I've had stuff from that brand before. I've liked it.
I've never used this brand before. Because she was going to point me in the direction of one of each. She goes, oh, I haven't tried this, but this brand is really nice. So I love it. And I give it 2 thumbs up.
Jodi, I love that. I actually got a mask from this Vichy. It's a red jar. It's collagen something, Lift Act. I don't know. But it's a little gel mask, but you just put it on your skin and it says leave it for 5 or 10 minutes and wipe off whatever is left over. I've used it twice this week and nothing has been left over. Like it just my skin's been like sucking it in. So I mean, that's one of the joys of living in Alberta. It's so dry here. So dry.
Love it. Love getting turned on.
Isn't it great? So what about some knitting? Should we get to knitting, or are we going to talk lip gloss?
No, but I was just going to say something. Oh, do you guys hear me better?
Oh, good idea to ask.
Is my microphone sitch better? This brand is called
Strivectin. Yeah. I love what they did to the bottle. Gosh, the bottle's so beautiful.
Yeah. Multi-action. I'll put this in my show notes that I emailed to Tracie. And
okay, I'll link it. I mean, I'm sure it's available everywhere.
Yeah. Oh yes, we're getting lots of yeses. So much better. Okay, you guys, the volume stressed me because how not fun to watch a 2-hour video of someone that sounds muffled.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what you're saying because it's impossible to watch or irritating to watch or whatever. So I know we've been both trying to figure it. I'm so glad you figured it out.
Actually, it's funny. Jordan and I were Zooming last night. I had her AirPods in, which worked. They worked really good. I might get the AirPods. These are Skull Candy. Yeah. These ones are the ones that are like wireless, but it's got a little thing on your neck so they don't fall out. But they do have just the earbuds because the Apple ones bothered my ear.
I know. Even the Apple AirPods? Because they're a different shape than the old Apple headphones.
I had the Apple ones in last night and I took them out and thought, oh, I didn't like that.
Yeah. I do want a pair of AirPod type things, like the wireless little bud things. I've just always thought they were
ones from Costco. I'll get them
Yeah.
from you when I go to Costco.
Well, I wonder if they feel good though. I should maybe try it. I should try Jackson's on.
The new Pro ones that they have at Costco, the AirPod Pros, it's a
Right.
little bit more like this.
Yes, I've seen those. I like the look of that.
That's the new Pro that they have at Costco. Look what I got from Amanda.
Jodi. Oh, let me go get mine. 2 secs.
Okay. So Amanda Kafka, who is Crafty Jackalope, sells masks also in her store. And
but not just any mask, glam masks.
Okay, if you gotta wear a mask, you guys, why not wear one with sparkle?
Oh, come on, right? Jodi, I love multicolored rainbow.
Don't you love it?
Yes.
So Amanda, thank you so much for thinking and sending along a little holiday gift. But it is available on her website. We'll link that as well.
She had a bunch of colors at holiday time. Listen, she's all about the sparkle. We know that, which is, she's amazing. And I love her Magpie Darling stuff. Actually, all her patterns are beautiful. But she is actually a vendor at Knit City Virtual this weekend. Yes. So if you guys go, she's got a big lineup of giveaways. She gets an hour to do a trunk show and talk about patterns and yarns and things in her shop. And there may or may not be a gift certificate to our shop as one of the prizes, but you have to go and find out. So
I sent a bag, maybe.
Great. Mrs. Brown's Bags is there too. I know
Suburban Stitcher sent yarn. You guys, and Yarn Bowler sent pom-poms.
She had a pile of giveaways.
Yeah.
But she's just awesome. Even if there weren't any giveaways, you'll want to go see what she's got in her shop.
Okay, let me say something about these masks, because we've all become mask connoisseurs, and there's a couple of things about this mask in particular that I really like. It's got a really nice soft cotton inside.
Mm-hmm.
What I really love is the thinner soft elastic, but it's got this little toggle, so you can fit a child into this.
Yeah,
right?
They're perfect.
And tighten it. The other thing that I love is if you guys can see that it angles up and down. So when you have it on, and you guys, this is not a plug. This is the first time I've seen this. It hugs your nose and it cups your chin.
It's very comfortable to wear.
Yeah, that's what I loved about this.
And I mean, I don't know about what is the right kind of mask to keep you safe? I don't know, but I have worn my blue medical mask and then put this on top, and it was super cute. And I mean, it's so fun. We're gonna have to wear these masks for a long time still. So why not be, a little fabulous while you're doing it? I think it's great.
Love it.
Yeah.
So that was really fun. Yes. Should we talk? Oh, you know what I think we should do?
What?
Let's do our kit. Let's do our sock.
I'm so jealous. I haven't even felt this
Tracie,
in person yet.
I have to go to IGA. I will be dropping it on your doorstep this afternoon. So let's talk about it.
Anyway, okay, I would love to, because when we realized, holy man, it's going to be 5 years of Grocery Girls, we felt like that was kind of a big, it snuck up on us for one thing. And it was quite a big round number. 5 years have just flown by. So it's always really fun. Our favorite thing to do is to collaborate with makers, especially, people we admire and love and have become friends. And so we asked our friend Robin of Rose Hill Yarns, what do you think of our logo colors? Do you think we could do kind of an awesome yarn with that? And because they are the most fun color. I mean, we've always loved the colors of our logo. And so she kind of went, and we said to her, we would love DK set with minis and a beautiful sock set. And what came back was ridiculous.
Okay, so I'm going to show you these and then we'll talk about them individually.
What? Oh, that's I know. I'm just blown away.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is our sock set, you guys. It is a 75-25 full skein. It's 100 grams, and it's got all 4 of our logo colors.
Oh, do you think you could open one up and show us how that works? Or no, you want to leave it?
Open the skein?
Well, it's like half super, super speckly, right? And the way it's going to knit up. I just am dying to cat. Oh yeah, see, it's just.
So because you've got these chunks of color, this is going to do like a micro stripe.
Gosh, it's beautiful.
These blips of colors. I know. Is it not amazing?
Yes, Jodi. I love it so much. And then the beautiful gray mini.
Yes. A charcoal gray mini, which we all love, right?
So much.
It's so saturated. She did such an amazing job, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So that's
Robin's
that.
Amazing with color.
You're going to keep a sock one. You can have, I'll send you one of both.
Well, there's no rush. I mean, we can ship them to.
This, I'll be casting a hat on this weekend.
No kidding.
So this is the DK set. It's a full skein. It's a 100-gram skein, 245 yards of DK, and it's 4 times 49 yards minis.
It's about 440 yards is what I
that's a lot of yards.
It's 180 grams of DK yarn, so almost 2 full skeins. So there's, oh my gosh, there's tons you can do with it. But of course I go straight to like mosaic color work or stripes or stranded color work. Like I just think, so yes, Jodi, I would love to cast one of those on. I'm
just going into the shop. I'm just confirming. So we did have a newsletter go out. So you guys, that's a really good reason to sign up for our Grocery Girls newsletter. We let you know what's going, well, we're not doing anything in the world right now, but if we were, that's where you would find us. But that's also where we announce our new, anything new that comes about. And so these were in the shop last night. So the first batch of the sock set sold out, but we are taking pre-orders because we don't want anyone to miss out. Whoever wants a sock set, gets a sock set. It's a Knit-Aversary sock set. And same with the DK. There's a few more DK left, but there is a pre-order right behind it when these end up selling out. We think they're so special.
It is exactly what I was dreaming of. Like when you and I were thinking about, wouldn't it be fun to have like a crazy sock yarn with like the gray contrast and then a beautiful DK with all the logo colors individually represented. It is literally exactly what we were dreaming of. So thank you to Robin. She is very local to us. We love working with her. Look at that.
What she said, a bulky for bags.
Jodi. Oh yeah, that's going to be just stunning on a bag.
Yes.
And what a great way to commemorate the anniversary.
Right.
Yes.
I love that so much. Robin is more than generous. She sent a couple of things for a giveaway. She sent this. She sent another thing we're going to show in a couple of weeks. We love Robin.
Yeah, so much. Thank you. Of course, we could never have these kind of dream projects without the artist. So it means a lot to work with her. Yeah. And so local. So yes, I'm glad you showed that first. I cannot wait to see it in person. Yarn is always even more fabulous in your hands, right? I love it. That's so fun.
I love it. So
we do have a bunch of shipping ready to ship, which is really, really great. Because who wants to wait? But it's worth the wait.
I'm just going to go in. You start with some knitting. Show me your first. I'm just going to go into the shop and I'm going to.
On your laptop or your phone?
I got to get my laptop out from underneath my iPad.
All right. Okay. Then let me start with my knitting because I am knitting. I'm being monogamous so I can get some things done. So it's a project you saw last week, but I knit so much on it and I have lots to share. And I have a couple of things like observations that I had. So last week I showed you my Rocket Tee DK and I had some more to put on the body. I was up here. I had to put about 5 inches on the body. And the pattern calls for an I-cord bind off at the bottom. So you knit to a certain length, do an I-cord bind off, and that would include this lace all the way to the bottom. I really felt like I wanted some twisted rib to finish it off. So I started doing this twisted rib, and it had cut off the lace, right? The lace would end and it was all ribbing. And it just, I don't know why, but I just felt like, you know what? It feels weird and disjointed, and wouldn't it be nice if the lace could go all the way to the bottom still in my ribbing?
Yes.
So that's what I did. And I think it's really cute.
I love that little detail about it. That
too.
You have the lace all the way through the ribbing.
And I just feel like it's really it is the star of this design.
Yes,
right?
I agree.
Those little eyelets, that is the focal point. That is the design feature. So I really wanted to do it, make it cute. Another thing I did with all the time that I seem to have, I did a tubular bind off. So the bind off does not have that little ridge going along the bottom. You need to. That's
worth it.
Because Jodi, you love Kitchener stitch, which is basically all it is. So the only way I've ever done tubular bind off is where you it's really great for 1x1 ribbing or 2x2. You put all the knit stitches on one needle and all the purl stitches on another needle, and then you Kitchener stitch them together all the way around, whatever it is, whether it's a hat or mittens or whatever.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so it takes time, but I really love the finish of the item. And it's a little bit trickier when you're holding two yarns, because I have a sock yarn and a mohair. So you just have to take time. It took longer than I think it normally should, but I do love
those little tiny details. Not everyone's going to notice it. Most won't notice it because most aren't knitters.
Sure.
But just so you know, when you see that, it's just finished and it's got that roll to the edge. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. Everything that I've done, and I think the first time I did that was on my weekender sweater, which I have since given away because it wasn't the great fit, but I've always remembered how much I loved that finishing detail. And I mean, I know sometimes you're crunched for time, and so you don't have time to do something like that, but I just felt like it was kind of the perfect thing to do on this one. So I finished the body of my rocket tee.
How much do you love that yarn?
Oh, like it's ridiculous how much I love this. So much. This yarn, the sock yarn, is Lola Bean yarn in her sock base, in her Thunder and Lightning color.
It's subtle.
It is. And it gets a little bit muted with the gray mohair I'm holding with it, but you can still see everything. And so also, once I finished the body, I thought, okay, now I'm going to finish the neckline. Now the neckline is a V. Again, she says in the pattern, just do the I-cord bind off, which is clean and beautiful and gorgeous. Exactly. But I decided I wanted a tiny bit of 1x1 rib. So I did about an inch and then tubular bind off.
I wonder, Tracie, I said this last time, I need a V-neck sweater like that.
Well,
that is so beautiful.
Joe, thank you. And I didn't do anything fancy. Like I thought, do I have to do something to make it V at the bottom now that I'm doing ribbon? Like what's going to happen? Nothing. I just picked up my stitches like a regular sweater and did 1x1 rib for about 5 or 6 rounds, and then my tubular bind off. I cannot wait to wear this. I can't wait to wear it. It's very boxy-ish square, the size that I made. And I made it kind of a little bit longer than my Paloma. I'm hoping, I haven't tried it on yet. I hope it fits the way I see it in my brain. Did
you not try it on yet?
No, I haven't. I should though, because I've picked up my sleeve, my first sleeve. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do just a straight, no decrease sleeve. And then maybe a little bit of a decrease, and then 2 inches of the same ribbing that's on the bottom of my sweater.
I love that idea.
Just kind of sweatshirty because there's nothing else going on. But I wish I could snap my fingers and have these sleeves done instantly. So, I mean, my goal, of course, is to wear this for you next week. But there's the little detail, the raglan increase.
It's the small details again, that little yarn over when you're doing your raglan is so beautiful.
It's gorgeous, and it's all the pattern. Tanis Fiber Arts. Her name is Tanis Lavalley. I think it's Lavalley. I hate that I don't know how to pronounce that properly. But she has beautiful patterns, and she actually has a new one out this week. It's called the Heartthrob Hat.
I thought that was the cutest.
Oh my gosh, Jodi, it is ridiculously cute. It just came out. Ear flaps and a little bit of stranded color work. I mean, who doesn't want to? I love it. I love it. I love it. I just want to knit it for fun.
I love an ear flap hat. Yeah.
You love what?
An ear flap hat.
Yes.
Yeah.
So even I was also thinking it would be super cute even without the I-cord, like just the flaps.
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, you could do whatever you want. It's gorgeous the way it is.
Okay, I wanted to show you another pattern while we're talking about it. I printed some patterns last night, and this one, the paper ran out, and then I grabbed it this morning and ran out of time. But all that to say is our friend Max has a brand new cowl that came out today, and it's called the Volcano Trail cowl. The promotional pictures that he's done for this cowl,
isn't it cute?
He's got all these colors. It's so thought out.
Well, we love a fade.
We love a fade, and that's what this is. This little stitch down the middle that you see running down the front, it's a duplicate stitch when you're done.
Oh, is it?
Yes. You know what's so nice? You guys, this cowl is shaped like a volcano. And the reason it lays so beautiful, like you can see how sometimes a cowl, if it's too long, it kind of just bunches around your neck and maybe not so easy to wear.
Right.
The bigger part is at the bottom of your cowl, the bottom around your neck. And so it just gives you that little bit of ease.
I think it's shoulders. And yet if that large part was up by your face, then it's not terribly warm, right? Like it's just kind of too big. Yeah, I think the design of it is fantastic. Of course, I'm crazy about this color combo. So the yarn he's used is La Bien-Aimée, love, incredible colors. So it's a combination of two solid colors and two variegated colors, and you're holding them together and switching your yarns. And so you create this faded look. Yeah. I totally want to knit this. Max has been coming out with some amazing cowls, and I'm kind of cowl obsessed. And I would like to knit them all.
I agree. The cowl is my new shawl. Yeah. And I wear them around the house as an accessory. I think for me, Max, with his designing, he's very fresh. His ideas are new. Like that snuggle cowl. I mean, it's not, that snuggle is real cowl that I knit with the mohair on the inside, just that bright pop of color and the construction of it. And then this with the A-line shape. I mean, he's not reinventing the wheel here, but his ideas are fresh and new, and I'm very drawn to his patterns.
I think too, for me, it looks crisp and clean, and it gives you a modern feel on your right, a classic idea, and it's very unisex. I feel like it's flattering or appealing to pretty much anybody. You can knit that pattern for anybody. And I still want to knit his one that was in the Lina magazine issue 10, that cowl. It's a Surrey combination. It's color work, where the color work is done in the Surrey alpaca, and then the background color is DK. But yeah, it's like bold and graphic. Anybody can wear it, and then you make it your own by your color choices. So anyway, congratulations, Max. Another beautiful pattern that I will definitely be going out to get today.
That is the Volcano Trail cowl. Okay. And it's amazing. I mean, I wanted to cast on as soon as I saw it.
We will have that all in our show notes.
Yes.
Which are going to be Ravelry. I got a message about 5 minutes after our video last time where it said, oh my gosh, your show notes aren't showing up. I am not that fast. I need a little bit.
A GD minute.
Hold the phone, people. Give it at least an hour because I do forget something and I'm always sort of updating things and, life. So give me a little while, but they'll be there shortly after our video. So love that.
Love that one. Love. I don't have a ton of knitting to show. Can you show us some knitting? Oh, just a minute. I'll show you.
Yeah, show me
to show. So last week I showed my tester hat that I was finalizing my design pattern with.
Yes.
And I have the yarn. I didn't quite finish it because I was knitting this last night and I'm at the point where I need to start doing decreases.
So you need a magic loop needle, you mean? Jodi, I love it.
I needed it. It's one of those things. It was 10 o'clock. I didn't want to start writing things down and having to worry about it. So I just stopped because my next round, I'm going to start decreasing.
Jodi, I'm obsessed. Gosh, that's amazing.
I just played with slip stitches and I wanted some texture. I love the idea of the contrast. But if you knit this with a tonal or just one color throughout, I think it's going to be really beautiful as well.
Jodi, I absolutely love it. I love garter. Like I love just texture. I love different textures.
What do you think about this?
Yes.
And then I thought I would do like the whole hat will be the charcoal, but then these stripes will just switch out to be our colored stripes.
Gorgeous.
That's what I'm going to do with this.
I love it. Jodi, I can't wait to see it all knit up together because that's one other thing. With this sweater, I'm in love with the speckles of the yarn.
Yeah.
And there's this one that's like super flaming hot pink.
I see it.
I have, oh my gosh, I hope I can reach it. Give me 2 seconds.
I'm gonna see if I can turn I'm gonna switch my camera to outside.
Okay, just a sec. Give me 30 seconds. I thought it was organized, but apparently not.
I'm just going to take my case off, you guys, so you can see what a beautiful day it is. It is Arctic here. And when I mean Arctic, this weekend, it's supposed to feel like minus 45 Celsius.
So cold.
Yeah. So,
it's just dismal.
I mean, I don't know. It's dismal, but it's got these snowflakes coming down right now. It's actually really quite pretty outside.
If you can be inside and warm, it's gorgeous.
Exactly.
Okay, so
look what I got.
My hot pink. Oh, that's so cute. What is that?
It's a unicorn and it lights up. Jordan bought it for me.
Jodi, it's adorable. That's new to me. I did not realize you were so unicorn obsessed.
I love it.
So see that little hot pinky speckle?
Yes.
I thought, wouldn't it be fun to like do my bind off in hot pink? Like just little, like a trim. And I actually did it. I did a row of ribbing and the bind off in hot pink. And it just didn't feel the same. Like I'm
not so sure I'm loving that.
No, I didn't love it, Jodi. It didn't feel the same. I did not love it as much. And I don't even know how to explain it. It just didn't click. Like I didn't feel like, oh yeah. But look, this Mondeem yarn, which I've had for ages, and I want to knit it so badly. This is color 108. It's super hot pink. And then this Katya, these little mohair things, it was like perfect.
I love those.
So I still think that I might do something. I have more skeins of Thunder and Lightning after my sweater. I think it would be really fun to do some kind of a pattern using like color work or something, but use this with it, but not with the sweater. So now I'm already thinking,
because you have more left over.
I have more Thunder and Lightning. So I'm only on my third skein of yarn. I'm pretty sure that's right. I have to double check, but that's the great thing about fingering weight yarn. Yes, they take forever to knit these sweaters, but you do get a ton of yardage on each skein. So you don't need so many skeins to make a sweater.
Except the fingering weight held with mohair, you're in like a DK to a worsted zone now. Like that flies on. Like this is fingering. I can say I have a fingering weight sweater.
You do.
But held with mohair, I mean, I knit this as at a 5 millimeter.
Right. So I knit mine on 6 millimeter, and that's the gauge of the pattern. So
Did you really?
Yeah, Joe. Yes.
Oh, maybe mine is more than a 5.
So this one, these ones, like my Paloma and this one, they're knit at 20 stitch gauge, because I know with fingering weight and lace weight mohair on a 4.5 millimeter needle, that is my gauge. So I know, so then I just use that 5 stitches per inch to go to the pattern and see which size I want to knit. So I kind of already know my gauge. So I could knit, because I love them so much, 20 sweaters like this, sock yarn and mohair. I love wearing them.
The softness, and for me, I like it a bit more open gauge, because if it was really tight, I'd get too hot and then I wouldn't wear the sweater. But I love that this is a little bit, like, I don't feel hot in this.
Right.
When people think, oh, that's going to be really hot with mohair, it's really not.
And I think it's the combination of all of that. It's knit at a looser gauge. Your sweater, your sleeves are not very long. It's cropped, so it's not a giant piece of fabric on you, right? Like, all of those things, all of those decisions add up to a garment that's not super overwhelmingly hot. So that's why I think I can knit a million of them. But I've just walked through my knitting. There's yarn everywhere. Anyway.
You know what? Us Bastrico, Melissa and Lisa.
Good job, Jodi.
Do you know why? Melissa and Liz from Wool and Honey.
Yeah, you know it. It's just your brain.
It's a different set of Melissa and Liz. Exactly. So Melissa and Lisa of Bastrico, they got new Julie Aslin boucle yarn.
Can you believe how gorgeous that is?
I ordered 3.
Good. What colors? Oh my gosh, Jodi. Okay, so, tell me, what is the content of that yarn?
I have no idea. Oh, that's not true. It's 70% alpaca and 30% Highland Peruvian wool.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, it's at a worsted weight. And I ordered the charcoaly gray, the natural, and this pop of color, the pink.
Oh, coral. Okay, you know what I would order?
It's amazing.
Look at that coral, yellow, lavender, or whatever that is in the corner. Those three colors. Yes.
Yeah. This is the most beautiful, like olivey green. You know what? I had one of every one in my cart.
Oh my gosh.
To start with, I had one of every one in my cart. And
you're hilarious.
Then I had to edit. I'm just like, wait a sec. I've never used boucle yarn. I'm going to trust Julie because we love Julie and we know her amazing.
Yes.
So I thought I'd order 3. Maybe I would make a cowl and a hat or something.
Right.
But it's this curly, you guys, it's this curly wool.
I love that texture. I love the texture.
Like this? Have
you know what? Now that I see the cream, Jodi, I would just love to knit something in the cream. How like elegant and beautiful would that be in the cream?
Yes. I mean, look at this.
Oh God, stop it. What?
Yeah. This yellow is pretty amazing.
Yes, it is.
So that's
that yellow and coral like that are so good together. I do have a little bit more knitting. Do you have more knitting? It's your turn.
No, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It's only been a week.
You had your hat. You just showed me your hat. Okay, I have 2 socks to share.
You know what I was going to go do? I was going to go get an OG shawl and show it. So while you start talking about your sock.
I'm going to do sock talk. I'm going to start sock talk. Because sock talk was the OG. And let me tell you, I still love it. I still love our little sock talk. I have 2 hose, half objects. I've been working, and they're both kind of older. So this fall, I took through like online classes with Patricia of Knitography. She did a Selbu mitten class and Selbu sock classes, and she's doing Selbu sweaters, and I loved that. So my first class with her was these mittens. It was a Selbu mitten class. I had to dig these out of my coat because I wear them every day. But I also took her Selbu sock class. So in the fall, we started that. And then I, got into holiday knitting. So I put that aside. But I am back at it and I'm finished. I finished one of them. Oh my gosh, you guys, I can't even tell you how much I love this sock. This is Patricia's own pattern. And it's actually on a birch sock blocker. So Patricia has a farm in Norway, and she is raising a flock of these heritage Norwegian sheep, but she's also got other things that she makes from her farm. So birch trees on her farm. She makes these beautiful sock blockers and mitten blockers and all kinds of things. But she does have this flock of sheep, and she's a designer. So she's got a shop where you can buy the yarn. Jodi, you missed the reveal.
No, but I heard you were in my ear the whole time, so I heard it.
Okay, good.
Did you take a class?
This was from my class, but I had to put it aside for holiday knitting. So I picked it up just the other day. I only had like half of the foot left, so I finished this yesterday.
Oh, it's so good.
Don't you love it? It's my first ever stranded colorwork sock. And it's in the Selbu style. So all of this is very, very traditional for Norwegian Selbu socks. I cannot wait to finish the second one. I'm halfway done. I'm halfway done. So I've just turned the heel. So I have a foot
so you're 3/4 done a pair.
Well, when I was keeping up with the class, I did whatever I did on one sock, I finished on the other sock. So I really technically should have had the pair finished at the same time.
Okay.
But life happens and things go a little bit differently. But how
does it fit? Okay, that surprise on the bottom with the little flower is so fun.
Oh my God, Jodi. So
it's like a party on your feet.
It is so pretty, right? I was knitting this and I tried it on before I started my toe, and I thought, I'm actually kind of proud of myself because these fit like a sock should fit. They fit perfectly. They fit absolutely perfectly. But they're very squishy, like those colorwork ones I knit you, right? They're squishy. These are knit in a rustic yarn that I haven't used before. It's by Rauma, and it's a very traditional yarn for these types of socks.
Hold the phone.
What?
Rustic meaning scratchy?
Yeah, a little bit. But
how does that feel on your foot?
Jodi, fine. Like I'm not super sensitive to that. And once you wash, like I haven't wet blocked these. I gave them a quick steam last night to show you guys. But when it softens up, and it also wears. I guess they could felt. Yes, it's not. It could, but it doesn't. I mean, it's very traditional. I think it's going to wear really hard. It's a high twist yarn, which is really part of the reason that that they'll last, right? The twist on the yarn is really beautiful. So I use.
Oh, that green.
And it's fingering weight for reals.
Okay, you were just showing it. We couldn't see it.
Well, but I'm just showing you how thin it is.
Oh, thin. Okay, so I'm like, I can't see the ball. I get it. Oh, it's beautiful.
So I'm super, super excited to finish my other one. That's my goal. Maybe this weekend, finish another sock.
Well, you won't be going outside because it's the Arctic.
Well, here's the thing. This weekend, I actually am starting a new class with Patricia. This is a big weekend.
Tracie, you have so much this weekend.
I'm taking her advanced Selbu mitten class. I don't know what that means.
You're so bougie. I can't believe you're extra.
I don't know what the advanced part means, but I just love these mittens, and I love knitting these mittens, and I love supporting Patricia. So I signed up, and I'm super excited. And if you're thinking of supporting or thinking of going and joining these classes, it's all video classes, but Patricia does weekly live Zoom check-ins. There's a forum where you can ask questions, and she's really good about support, but you can have a face-to-face conversation.
It's at 3:30 in the morning, but you can still talk to her.
Well, maybe for her, but she is very sensitive about where people are at. And often, you know, so she'll, not that you know anything about it, but that's okay. When has that stopped you before?
Right.
No, Patricia's great. So it is supported that way. So even if you're thinking you need more support, it's definitely there. So that's funny.
Caleb is just coming in now because he was not doing time zone.
Okay, so let's start over. Hi.
My phone fell. Oh my God. I told Caleb we would give him a prize for his cowl. I'm offended he didn't ask.
Okay, good.
I messaged him this morning. So I did bring a couple of shawls that I didn't go back. Okay, the trouble here is, I don't have a Ravelry page. Just my one shawl, my cape. No,
yeah.
It wasn't a cape. What do you call it?
What are you talking about?
The orange thing that I knit with Gigi.
Oh yes, your poncho.
What? Poncho. It's not a cape. I don't remember if I was to grab a shawl, I would need help figuring out what the name is.
Totally. That's why it's good to do it when you're knitting, because I'll forget. I forget everything.
Yeah. So maybe before next podcast, I'll look up what pattern it was. But this pattern.
Oh.
This is the Jodi shawl.
It is. That's by Hoagie Locatelli, and that was a very big surprise for you.
Tell us about it.
I knit that one for you. I was test knitting for her. It's so beautiful. It's a DK weight shawl. It's like super relaxing garter stitch and a fade of 3 colors. And then just this beautiful border of an uncomplicated lace. I think it's stunning. So many people have knit Jodi shawl.
I would have to agree. A few things. I mean, obviously the DK, the squishiness of this yarn at the gauge you knit is just so beautiful. I'm not a really lacy gal, but this little bit of yarn overs and the play with it makes the stripes with some movement is just beautiful? Perfect.
Yeah. What a moment. Oh my gosh. And what a great, I love it. That's a great blast from not too far ago past.
Right.
And honestly, that's a great shape. I have to say a crescent shawl is so easy to wear. It's so easy to knit. It's so relaxing to knit, right? Like you really don't have to pay attention to much until you get to the bottom. And even so, that lace, Hoagie's patterns are written. They're so like easy to follow. Yeah. Everything's so wonderful to knit. And Hoagie was our first ever knit along. The 3-color cashmere shawl had just come out, and it was our very first knit along.
We didn't even know her.
No, we did not know her. But it you know, now you do this full circle moment, and it just means even more that we chose her because we love her work, and that now we love her as a person, and that she's such a dear friend. So I love it. I love it so much. That looks beautiful. I love it too. And
Thank you
the gray and yellow. I mean, I love it because I chose it, but I hope you love it.
Oh, this is my Pantone color of the year shawl.
See, you're ready. You're ahead of everybody.
Right? Anyway, I love this one so much. You know, I think I'm like, I haven't been wearing as many shawls as of, you know, the last year, but then I put this on and think, this
Jodi.
is cozy.
Okay, I have to say, Catherine, wait a minute. Kimberly on YouTube says she's knit 3 Jodi shawls. Not surprised because it's that fun. And it's actually heavier yarn and bigger needles. So it goes pretty quickly. Yes. It's a great gift kit. And Kelly said she did hers in black, gray, and maroon. Love.
Ooh, that would be beautiful. My mom would like that.
Love.
Yeah. That's so fun.
And I want to say hello to Stephanie. She is from Riverside, California, and she has us in her ears while she's commuting from home. And she says, have a fabulous day. Hi, Stephanie.
Steph, you should stop and get a Starbucks. Okay, you guys. This new cinnamon dolce latte.
You're Starbucks obsessed.
Is incredible. And they have sugar-free. So now I'm getting sugar-free because I'm trying to shed some of my quit smoking pounds and my COVID. It's like, I can't win. Like quit smoking and then you're stuck with COVID. It's like, hello, 40 pounds.
Totally.
So you can get sugar-free and skim milk and it's very little calories.
Good.
It's amazing.
Good.
Cinnamon dolce latte.
Oh my gosh. Do you feel like the sugar-free ones taste the same? I don't like sugar-free syrup, but it's
I don't like sugar-free anything.
It's better than all the sugar.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm glad.
I mean, if I'm honest, the first two I had were regular. I do get half sweet. And I mean, we're still going to I have a pizza picnic from Blaze on Friday, but I'm going to get half a pizza instead of a whole. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like I'm not depriving myself. It's just better choices, smaller portions, and it'll come off. It'll just.
Exactly.
Oh when I re-enter the world, I don't want to be 500 pounds. I don't want to be targeted by TLC, my 600-pound life.
You're ridiculous. Oh my gosh, you are so funny. But I do have to say, like in the days when I started getting those flavored lattes and stuff, since then I have cut back. If I get, and I really rarely get a flavored one now, I use a tiny bit of sugar, but mostly coffee. But they put a lot of syrup in those flavored ones, like tons of syrup. So even half sweet is super sweet. What? That's what I'm saying.
They do.
Now that you cut out sugar, that's a big change.
Cutting out sugar is a bit extreme. Cutting back. Yes, you're right. Like, because I would have a latte every second day.
Yeah.
With extra whip.
Well, of course. Why else would you get it any other way?
If you're going to get whip, you might as well get twice as much.
Okay, here's a funny memory. When we were in Denver working with Crafty, it was so great. And every morning they would pick us up in a car and take us to the studio, and we felt like freaking rock stars. It was so good. But first we would stop at Starbucks and get a coffee. And I said to Jodi, I'll go grab them. I'll be right back. And I came out the door because you were still smoking. So you're smoking outside. And you were like, that's not enough whipped cream. I need more whipped cream. And it was like bursting out the door. It was so funny. But who doesn't want all the whip?
Okay. You know
I
what
want the
say
whip.
When I order, I say, she asked for extra whipped cream. Like if I'm by myself, I just say, oh, she'd like extra whipped cream.
And you know what? They do it with a smile. They don't care. They want you to be happy. Care. Yeah, that's so funny, Jodi. Those were great trips. So much fun.
Oh, Jill said the whip is only 35 calories. What?
Get the whip. You're cutting out all the sugar. Get the whip.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm cutting yeah, you're right. It's just everything in moderation. That's my plan.
I agree.
I'm on day 4 and I'm not, you know what I'm not doing? I'm not snack eating after 8 o'clock. Like once dinner rolls around, I might have a small piece of fruit.
Yeah.
After dinner. And that is it. Like, because that was my downfall is I'm a snacker.
Right.
In the evening. Yeah.
Yeah. I can go till like 2 o'clock without eating anything other than having my coffee.
Yeah.
But then you're like, okay, I'm going to have a snack before dinner and then a snack after dinner. I know
cluster eat.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I was cleaning up my junk and I found a project that I loved, and I can't believe I actually looked for it a while ago and couldn't find it. It's in this tiny little bag.
Oh, and there it will.
Look what I found.
I remember that.
So this, oh my gosh, this is literally my first ever colorwork sock. This is a combination of stripes and super simple little bits of color, like a 1-in-1 color work.
Yeah.
And it's an afterthought heel. This is the Going West pattern by Susan B. Anderson. And it is fantastic. She had this in a kit, actually. So this is her little pair.
Ooh, excuse me, they're so good.
So good, right? So guess what I'll be finishing? I chose this kit, and this is her Scout color for the kind of the main color. But then I've got all these little minis. That blush and that slimy green. Stop, right?
Those are beautiful. Yes.
And you guys, I cannot tell you, like the other yarn I showed you, scratchy natural wool, it may not be for everybody. Let's be real. It's not everybody's choice. Barrett wool, this is their home fingering. It is also natural, non-superwash fingering weight wool, but it is way softer. And I was very skeptical about how long is this going to last without nylon. I'm on my second winter of my shepherdess socks. I wear them all the time, and they are still nowhere near having a hole. And yet these are super soft.
Sue would not steer you wrong with her yarn.
And you know what? I just want to be honest for what my opinions are. It may not be what you think, but I'm telling you right now, I love this yarn for socks. And look how fun it is. It's like stripy.
Yeah.
Mini skein.
And that color work is, I mean, it's subtle, but just the color, the subtle color work combined with the changes of color.
Yeah.
That sock is a 10 out of 10.
Thank you. 10 out of 10. Wow. And I mean, the colors in this yarn line. And so I will never remember. I put this in a little bag, put it away, totally forgot about it. I will never remember, but I made myself a little note, 64 stitches, 2.5 millimeter. So now I can make the other one and not worry.
You might have gone back to your usual 2.25 and then it would have been totally different.
Right. So I know my sock will be the same size.
Yeah.
So if, I don't take a lot of notes, but anything like that, I find that that's kind of helpful to do at least your needle size or your stitch count. Yeah. And then I love buying kits from Barrett Wool because they all come in these cute little bags. Mm-hmm. Anyway,
she's always had such really cute add-ons. The bags, it comes in a paper bag, wrapped. Is it still in the mailer?
Okay. I just remembered something I put aside and I wanted to share, and I saved it for this week, and it's not here, so I'll have to go get it. But yes, okay, it's fantastic.
Why don't I show something while you go get it?
Yeah, I'll just be half a sec.
Okay, so
show something that's not scary. When you say I'm going to show something, I wonder sometimes.
A new hat on Ravelry. It's called Golden Hat by Fatima Hines. Fatima Hines. I think this is such a beautiful hat. It's held two worsted together, so it's a bulky weight hat. But I just love how she's got cables going up the front for the ribbing, and then she goes back to stockinette.
Jodi, that's so beautiful.
And in her pattern, there's several different sizes because she wants to allot for some people with different hair who have a lot of hair and need some extra space.
Yeah,
that's a real thing for people who have. I mean, she's got beautiful dreadlocks here, but I mean, people who have like a bigger mass of hair. I have thin hair, but that want to wear a hat. You kind of have to allot for that sometimes.
I think that's a real concern that some people are like, that hat's not going to work for my hair. So
So I just thought this was so pretty.
Jodi, I love it, love it, love it. I
actually think we've talked about a pattern of hers, if memory serves, with that name, with her name.
Probably,
anyway.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I grabbed a few patterns to share too that I love. Okay. So I want to bring this one up on my phone because my printer died a little bit.
Oh, Adele is waving her hand. Adele is putting her hand up regarding her hair. And she's got gorgeous hair, and her hair is so long. In reference, I think, to this hat, and you need some extra space. Adela has grown her hair has grown so long in the last year. Yeah, totally, right?
Yes.
Good. I'm glad. I just thought that was so pretty.
Okay. I want to share a new, it's an ebook that's being released in increments. So you're going to end up with 6 patterns. It's called
I saw this.
Aloha Mana Wahine and Knits inspired. So this is really exciting. I loved this. This is Francoise Denoy, who is Aloha Knits,
yes.
and Layla Raven. So they're both celebrating their cultures, and they've joined up. My gosh, these good ladies are amazing designers. And you get 6 patterns. The book, you can go to Ravelry right now and purchase it. The first release, they each gave us a hat pattern.
I thought these were so beautiful.
So beautiful. So the next release for these ladies is going to be in April, and it's shawls.
Oh.
And then in August, pullovers. So you purchase the book now, and it's like a mystery club. It is a mystery pattern club, but it is these ladies, and they are celebrating their own personal cultures through knitwear and design. So I think they're absolutely stunning. I'm going to link it in our show notes because I think everybody should totally check it out. They do have a website, aroha-aloha.com.
That's so cute how their names go so cute together.
Isn't that cute? So it says they're using stitches to tell stories from modern Indigenous makers.
Love it.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful. So I'm hoping to cast on, gosh, if not both of those hats. They're so beautiful. Photography is amazing. They're
quick. Yeah. Hats are just so quick and so gratifying because you have a finished object really quick, right?
Yeah.
It's like
on, so I think, honestly, I love the way they're releasing their patterns, because now by the time April rolls around, you can have knit both hats. And then by the time August rolls around, you could possibly have knit both shawls. And then the biggest project is at the end. So it's so smart, so smart. So I loved that new release. I'll link, of course.
I saw it on Instagram too. I thought it was really beautiful. I love how she wears the indigenous, I don't want
Maori.
The Maori face markings, the tattoo. It's so beautiful on her.
Stunning.
Yeah,
Stunning.
It's really beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got a new pattern book.
Yes.
So we were going to talk about this today, and I think it's so incredibly beautiful. This is called Wisp, and it's a Farmer's Daughter fiber collection number 2.
Yes.
2.0. That's all I know.
Well, you're right. I think their first collection was called Smoke.
I'm going to show you some of the patterns.
Yeah. So this book is a collection of patterns, all using Farmer's Daughter Fibers yarn.
Okay.
It is, even if you didn't know anything about the yarn or what these people are about, which is also just amazing. The book itself is stunningly gorgeous. The photography and the locations they have chosen is so beautiful. The model, the garments, everything is so gorgeous. And they do pay homage and tribute at the very beginning of the book.
This is beautiful.
That they are acknowledging the ancestral lands of their indigenous Blackfeet Nation and Pikuni, and oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I should have pronounced those, but it is stunning. It's stunning. The photography is amazing. So Candace English is the owner, is Farmer's Daughter Fibers, and they just make such beautiful yarns. There's a bunch of designers in here. You get garments and accessories, and they're using all kinds of yarns like cereal paca and mohair and sock yarn and DK.
Look at the sweater with the birds.
Isn't that beautiful? I especially love this little bandana. You just knit this square and then you can wear it like that.
Oh, that's so pretty.
There's the back cover of the magazine. And Jill Zielinski, who is a knitting designer and knitter, and she did all the graphic design for this book. And she's also a featured, that's it, Joe. That's Jill's pattern. Jill designed that shawl, yes.
Kate, it's the backdrop of their photos, they're in the mountains, right in it. It is ridiculously stunning where they are in the mountains of Montana.
And I just think the word they chose, this wisp, and the color palette they chose, I mean, it's so intentional, but you do get that feeling, I think, that they were trying to give us just by leafing through the book. So it's a beautiful hard copy. The patterns are printed amazingly.
Look at this yarn, navy and mohair.
Isn't that amazing? Look at this, the pottery. Now, Farmer's Daughter Fibers, the actual in brick and mortar yarn shop, is way up on our wish list of places to visit. They're in Montana, so really not that far. So we can't wait to go there.
Oh my gosh, this book is so incredibly beautiful. So where are we sending people? Farmer's Daughter Fiber?
Yeah, you can buy the book through them, but but Candace is amazing. She sent two books for us to keep, 2 books to give away. So we're gonna do that. Do you want to do that giveaway this week? Or a little bit later?
Yeah, totally. It's up to you.
We can decide.
I love a coil bound, you guys. You can do this with the patterns. When you're on a pattern, this is the way to go when you're doing a book. Something that you can fold it back on itself.
I totally agree. And then you never break the spine and it always stays in such good shape.
Yeah.
But I just think as soon as I saw this collection, I just thought it was incredibly beautiful and special. And I just wanted to share at some point because I loved it so much. So thank you to Candace.
The book is called Wisp.
Yeah. And it is available I'm pretty sure it's available as an e-collection too on Ravelry, but I'll link everything. I'll link Farmer's Daughter's shop so you can check out their yarn. Because it would be amazing to knit. I would really love to knit pieces out of this.
Yeah. There's a hat that's calling my name.
Well,
thank you, Rusty. Rusty's putting links down for us as people are asking. We so appreciate. Thank you to our moderators. Adela's slacking off, but whatever. Rusty's.
Wow, that's very impressive.
Right. Speaking of Adela. I got the last part of the Alice in Wonderland Club. I got sorry, my phone fell. I got the final installment, and it's my favorite of the 3. It is
okay. So thanks for calling spoiler alert. You just showed everybody.
Well, we're in Canada. We're probably the last people to get it. Spoiler alert! I'm going to show my yarn.
5 minutes
the club
ago.
yarn, the last color.
Okay.
It's based on the Cheshire Cat, and it's so lovely. Whoops.
I got the sport base. That's what I chose when I signed up for the club. It's so gorgeous.
Isn't that pretty?
Yes, I love it. It's super fun.
It's got purpley blue speckles there, and it's got the beautiful, like the deep magenta, hot pink.
I think a sweater would be amazing in this sport base.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Anyway, the club was super fun. This was our last installment. It was Alice in Wonderland themed. Adela knocked it out of the park, and we all got super exciting skeins. And then these were also included. Birdie Parker, cute little stitch marker, which I love.
I didn't get that.
What?
Yes, I did. I'm lying.
And then this really sweet pin from Nerdbird Makery, and it says 100% that stitch, and it's like a scarf.
I got that, but I didn't get the green the pin.
Are you sure? Well, maybe I'm screwing everything up. I did not open your bag, so.
No, you didn't open my bag. I love it. I'm sure it's here. It has to be here, and I'm just forgetting.
Well, maybe I'm screwing something up.
Do you know, they were supposed to turn my water off for 7 hours yesterday, and I'm guessing because the temperatures were so cold, they didn't work outside.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But Nerdbird.
Yes, Adela said I got it.
Okay, so
it's somewhere for sure. It's somewhere here. Absolutely, it would be somewhere here.
Yes. Which is really fun. So the club had the extras and stuff. I loved it. It's, you know, with these gray, gloomy days, this is exactly what I was like, the answer to my prayers, basically, right? So I don't know what I'm going to knit, but I love this twist on this sport base is ridiculous. I absolutely love it. It's super springy.
I think it's so pretty. And you're right. That pop of color right now.
Yeah.
Star and Carson, we love you thank you for picking up where Adela is falling behind as moderators.
No moderator shaming, Jodi.
Star and Carson and Rusty, thank you for towing the line.
This color's called I'm Not Crazy. My reality is just different from yours.
I love it.
I could totally watch Alice in Wonderland now, right now.
I love the real people ones that they remade.
Yeah. That's a really good one. Hey, so good. I did get some things in the mail. Actually, I've got a little pile. Do you want to see?
Yes.
It's.
You got the baby.
This is, all my goodies are in here right now. This is, I showed you the one Jodi got me for Christmas last time. It's shallower and wider. This is the newest thread and maple project basket thing. Yeah. So it's gorgeous. It's not magnetic in the lid. It's just like a little hidey zone for yarn, project, whatever.
It's so cute.
Isn't it beautiful? It totally matches the other one you gave me. These ladies are a Canadian company, very new company, but everything they make is so gorgeous. I'm just in love. So it is in my little bucket here. I got a club. I ordered in I guess maybe even just November or December. It's the Blue Brick sock club. Her first sock club was last year. I missed out. I felt really jealous because she does these little gradient socks.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
FOMO.
So, total FOMO because I need more yarn, apparently.
Adela, I love you. You know I love you so much. I know you're listening and not watching.
So every time you get yarn from the Blue Brick, she sends you a little postcard of the inspiration photo
that she's so pretty.
Dyed it from. So this is like a frozen flower of some or leaf. These are like leaves that turned and then it's frozen. So the yarn that came, this is a spoiler alert. I just got it yesterday. If you're in the Blue Brick sock club, you may not want to watch. Turn away. Here it comes. So this is the set I got. It's like a gray through the oranges and rusts gradient.
Oh, it's pretty.
And then the orange, this is like a contrast color. And they come in little skeins for socks. So you'll make
they're like identical.
Yes. So it's her sock twins. I can't wait to knit these. This is her, they call it sugar maple. Sugar maple's the color there.
It's so pretty.
But she does sock yarn like this in her shop. So not just the clubs. You can buy sock twins when you buy that in her shop. That's how it comes in these little it says 150 yard skeins for the socks.
I love it so much.
Yeah. They're mirrored gradients. 2 mirrored gradients. I'm excited to knit that up.
I love the idea of a mystery like this. It was bittersweet. I was really excited to get this yarn from Adela because the color was just so beautiful. But totally. I'm like, it's the last one. I wonder if Adela would do another one based on Disney princesses for pre-order.
Why do you do this?
You know what would be fun though? I
would love it. You're just thinking out loud and causing trouble.
Yeah, because it was so much fun. I mean, I love a mystery. I mean, not everyone has been bang on the colors that I like, but sometimes it's fun to get outside your comfort zone and let somebody else pick a color for you.
Totally. And I think these clubs must be fun for the dyers. The way it's sort of very limited edition. And, they don't have to repeat this color forever, but they can just kind of be inspired by something like, like a movie, like Alice in Wonderland.
Part 2, Alice is coming. Count me in, Adela. if she'll let me
Jodi.
get yarn ever again.
I feel like
I
you're
feel
on the
like
no
I'm
list.
right now
You're
that
on the
she's
no
got time
list.
with no pre-orders. That must be liberating to finally free your schedule to the point where you don't feel like you're drowning in work.
Oh
Like
my God.
even just as a rule for any, like that feeling of being weighed down that you can't even live life other than
The surface is way up there and you're trying to get there and get there. And I mean, it's different when there's the have to instead of the want to. And I feel like that, you know, all those things are like having to repeat the same color for a jillion skeins because of a pre-order. It's just a different part of being a dyer as doing something like a club where you can be free.
This job should be really fun. I mean, you're being creative. I mean, it's a hard physical job.
Right.
But you should go to work and like be like joyful, not like, oh my God, I have to get this done. I want to get this done. Right. And that just makes like, that can go with, you know, applied to any part of one's life. Like, I know we don't all have the luxury for that, but wouldn't it be nice to have so more I want to and not have to's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. And really, they're dying, all these pre-orders and stuff, because we love their work so much, because we just can't get enough of their work. So
that's exact. And you're right. Adela said she almost quit. I can only imagine how not fun the whole fall into January schedule was for her.
I agree.
And I know some people are like, well, how am I going to get your yarn? Sign up for people's newsletters. We tell you that all the time. Follow their social media if you can.
Go to the stockists.
Yes.
Adela dyes it all, but these other local yarn shops need your support. So if there's nothing in the Lola Bean shop, she's got a list of people that have already purchased and stock her yarn. So that's a great way to get it too. And I think, you know, I just don't cause trouble, right? Like don't be it's coming. Yarn will come. Like
Donna said, I've tried so hard to get some of Adela's yarn. Donna, do that. She's got several stockists that always carry some variety of her yarn. Stephen and Penelope carry a very big selection of her yarn. You can get it not directly, if you can't get it directly through the source that you're looking at that dyes the yarn, find out where they stock the yarn. You probably will have better luck that way.
And we're going to have a giveaway coming. Adela was so generous. She sent us an amazing package and we will have a really fun giveaway. We just haven't figured out details yet, but thank you. A million thank yous. It's amazing. So this is kind of like, I have a bunch of club things arrived this week. So that sock club arrived and I've got another club that arrived this week. Do you want to see?
Look at you and all your yarn.
No,
I do, but I'll show you after.
This one takes a while for me to come to me, but it is always worth the wait. It is ridiculous. I've showed it before. It's the Magpie Fiber Society. It's going to be really hard to see the color here. Their last, it's super dark. They had two colors last time. One was a light with some speckles, and this one is a dark. It's called Aurora Borealis. So it's a super dark navy base, and it's got these colors.
Oh my gosh, I see it barely peeking through.
Stop the presses. Hold the phone.
That does look like a night sky.
Jodi, it's off the charts.
That's beautiful.
So when you do join the Magpie Fiber Society, every time there's a release or your box or whatever, you get 2 skeins. So you can get 2 of the same, or you can get 1 of each color. And always a little addition. So I chose to get 2 of the same color.
Oh, that's a really, Tracie, it's showing beautifully when you put it right up. Yeah.
This is a sweater. This is a sweater. And every month they give you like a little extra, like a little notebook or enamel pin or stitch markers. And it's always really fun. You never know what they're getting. This time.
Oh, a sample of their new mohair.
We've got a mini skein of their new base that they're just newly dyeing, is a mohair base. It's super fluffy. I mean, it goes so well. I love it.
That color's so beautiful.
It's so beautiful. I would have chosen it myself. So now Magpie is stocking a mohair base. If all the beautiful colors that they have, now you can also get them on mohair. But the Fiber Society was a really beautiful club to be part of. I I think I've knit one skein so far, so I want to knit a bunch up. It's a great club and beautiful yarn. This is their swanky DK base. So it is merino cashmere nylon. And this is the number 16, Aurora Borealis.
The trouble is there's not enough hours in the day to do all the things that I want to knit. Mm-hmm. There really isn't.
I know what you mean.
Those color work socks. I want to cast on 2 or 3 sweaters, finish hats. I mean, there's just not enough hours.
There's enough hours in the day if you don't do anything else.
Yes, you're right.
You know what I mean? Like, how much time do you really have to do the things, between the things that are your work, whether it's fun work or other work or family? I mean, I know 24 hours in a day doesn't seem to be enough, but
no.
That was very exciting to receive. I love getting that yarn. I love the magpie yarn.
Okay, I found a really pretty sock pattern and it's free.
Let's see.
It's called You Are Beautiful because it's got little bow motifs on it. It's by Stitchcraft and Wizardry.
It's got what motifs?
These little motifs here look like bows.
Oh, cute. That's
and it's
cute.
Just a little shorty and it's a free pattern. I just thought that was so cute.
That's fantastic. I love it. Just a little something to keep you interested as you're knitting. Yeah.
Stitchcraft and Wizardry. You Are So Beautiful.
I love it. Okay, I have another pattern here and it just literally this second dinged to me that I'm going to knit this with my magpie fiber that I just showed you. Like,
how did you find this pattern?
Okay, I printed this pattern out. I bought this pattern because I wanted to share it with you guys. It's one of those cowls that are that look like a shawl. It's called Solstice Rose Cowl, and it's by Justina Lukowska, and she's knitted in 2 skeins of a Polworth DK by Eden Cottage Yarns. But these are 2 skeins of DK, so it would make, and cashmere would be so cozy. Totally.
I feel like you'd wear that. Yeah, you'd wear that color a lot. And those new, we've got to think of a name. A shawl. It's a new shawl that you wear. It's one of those cowls that looks shawly, but it's attached at the back.
It's really hard to see all the detail in here, but can you see there's like a cable? Like you're switching up beautiful textures. Like it's not possible to be bored.
No,
knitting
it's so beautiful.
Because by the time you're kind of bored of a stitch pattern, she has switched it up for you. The color she used is so beautiful.
I'm in the house bored.
Pardon?
I said bored in the house and I'm in the house bored. Just singing, whatever.
Anyway, I love that. And now with these 2 skeins that are the same, like if I had gotten 2 different skeins, I might not have, maybe I would have done it differently. Anyway, love. Now I want to knit that.
Love it.
Love. Yes, Jodi.
Our friend Corey, who is a beautiful designer, just came out with 3 patterns. It's the hat, it's the cowl, and it's the mitts. And they're all done separately. But I just wanted to let you know, what's this kind of motif here on the mitts?
That's called, well, just by looking at that, it looks like corrugated ribbing. So you're doing that in color work where the knits are one color and the pearls are another color. So you're knitting color work, but you're also switching your stitch up. I think it looks like that.
It's so pretty.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, this caught my eye this week.
So those are 3 individual patterns, or
3 individual? No, 3 individual patterns.
And Corey also has a podcast, you guys, on YouTube. So when you see her patterns, you can click on her thing, and I'm sure it'll show. But it's under her name, that name on her pattern, there's a YouTube channel of that name.
Is this model the Yarn Hoarder's daughter?
Yes, it is.
I was going to say that looks a lot like the Yarn Hoarder, but I think that's the daughter.
Amber, that's Amber's daughter.
Look how beautiful that is with her hair. God, I can't even.
Gorgeous. And they're like best of friends. So I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone's asking about what's the name of your shawl, your cowl that you showed, your shawl.
The one I just showed?
Yeah.
It's called Solstice Rose Cowl. Solstice Rose. But I'll have it linked in the show notes. So it's gorgeous though. Oh, here's another one. Okay. Speaking of, I'm pretty sure it's fingering and mohair. Let me double check.
Okay.
Yes, it's fingering and mohair together, and it's a ribbed turtleneck.
Ooh, it's pretty.
Just like, honestly, like one of those everyday sweaters that we would totally wear all the time.
Love that.
And it's by Cami Jo Knit. It's called the Melon Collie.
Oh, that's so cute. Just a minute. Is that a pun?
Ding. Anyway, I love it. And I think the color she picked is so beautiful, but it is, you can see there, it's fingering weight and mohair held together. So it's really lightweight. I love it. It's raglan construction. So I love that. Don't you love raglan?
Love it.
Wow, you're really close.
I love that. That is so pretty.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, love it.
Okay, I'll link that in the show notes.
Okay. Look at the stitch pattern on this bad boy.
What is that? Oh, and it's super bulky. Don't you love that?
I don't know what it is. I didn't buy the pattern. I'm just taking screenshots. It's called the Lara hat by Christelle Nieves. Laughing at my pronunciation.
Oh, something went down the wrong hole.
Like that's what she said.
Nothing like choking on YouTube.
This is crazy beautiful. That's got to be that
Malabrigo.
Yeah, Rios.
Rasta.
No, it's none of those. It's Rasta. Yeah.
Is it?
It I think must be. Don't you think just by looking at it?
Well, that's my guess, but who knows? But yes, that's what it looks like. I love the contrast, like the two colors like that.
That interested me.
Gorgeous.
The Lara hat. Love it.
Excuse me, I'm totally choking. Okay, that was my, oh no, I had one more pattern. Okay, this pattern, I love my rocket tee that I'm working on, but this one made me want to drop everything I was doing and cast it on. It's called Winding Down, and it's by Heidi Kiermaier, who is an amazing Canadian designer.
She is such your aesthetic.
Jo, I'm assuming she designed this for me.
I think she might have.
She's so wonderful. And this got a really gorgeous, is that antler cable or what is that? So it's also going down both sleeves. It's very plain construction, like the one cable down the front and the same cable on the sleeve. So really, you know, I feel like it's the perfect combination of a little bit of an element of interest where everything is just straight stockinette. And it creates such an elegant sweater.
I also think, okay, so amazing. Like that is amazing. It's got just a blip of something. It's not all over, so it's not crazy. I think looking at it, my first reaction was, I think I would keep the cabling down the arms and maybe a flat front.
Nice. That would be stunning.
Yeah, that is beautiful.
I bought the pattern, but I only printed the cover sheet. That was kind of dumb. I was just going to say to you, I think it's an Aran weight yarn. So you could even hold DK and mohair. Yeah. You could hold DK and mohair because I'm all about the mohair apparently. But it really is absolutely gorgeous. And it just came out.
Do you know what we have coming? DK mohair from Moondrake yarn. That should be here anytime.
I've put that in my Instagram stories a couple of times. I will link Moondrake yarn again because her colors are amazing. She's just the sweetest. She's so sweet. Yeah. Rochelle is fantastic, but her yarn is amazing. So anyway, I just looked at this and I thought if this was in a store, I would already be wearing it. Like I would have bought it already.
Yeah.
I think it would be amazing in cream or like light gray or anyway,
Oh my
I
gosh,
wish I had more info. Yeah.
I wish you could see my setup here. I'm going to take a picture and show you guys. Like, it's so back alley. Like, you would think after 5 years we'd have some sort of setup. I'm going to take a picture.
I was just going to say that is actually perfect because Jodi, that is what we are. Like, we normally sit on these rickety chairs that I'm sure are going to fall apart one day. I don't know. We're just like,
this box right here is my box that I keep behind me by my cutting table with scissors and my rotors. I've got an empty box from Amazon, another shipping box. Right here under my stand is my charger for my MacBook, just to get it the perfect height. That's what I'm looking at right now.
Gong show. One wrong, it's like Jenga. One wrong move and the whole thing comes down.
Well, that's what I mean. I can't even breathe on this setup, but it's perfect. I should leave it because we have the Zoom tomorrow.
We do. I can't even wait.
And then I can just adjust my chair.
Except, Jodi, it's going to be later during the day, so you might need a different light setup.
I'm going to do it right with that light facing me over there.
Oh, good. What was I going to say to you? Did you have any yarn that came? I have some yarn that showed up.
The last thing I have to show is Mackenzie's To the Max Yarn Co. that I can show after whatever you're going to show.
Okay. So remember last week I said, oh my gosh, I got the email that said my Wool Baron is out for delivery, and I love those emails. And it came. So this is the Wool Baron. She's an amazing self-striping Canadian dyer. This is her fierce colorway, and it's ridiculous. I love it. And then she's got 50-gram half skeins, which is great.
Those are perfect.
They're great for shorty socks. They were 18 Canadian dollars. So they're super affordable.
She was practically giving them away.
Right. So this one is called 10 Days. Oh, Jodi, I love that.
Sorry.
Whoever gets that in their package will be very lucky.
This is you. This is coming to you.
No, I think you should ship it out to someone. I'll wait. I will wait. Now that looks much nicer. Good job. So this one has lots of super bright, like neon-y. It's a very, very fun color. It's called 10
I love
Days.
that highlighter in there.
10 Days of Summer. She's actually got swatches knit up on her Etsy shop. You can see. And then this one is called ETA. And it's grays. Don't you love it?
Yeah, really, really pretty. She's very good with her colors in her stripes.
And I think she does some fresh combinations. Like this is really, I love it. I mean, I want to cast them all on. So I don't know what, but she also does bulky striped yarn.
Yes. Oh, I have my hat right here.
Her shop is full of really, really fun things, really fun colors. Yes. That's the ugly sweater. Ugly sweater party.
And you know what she does with her bulky, you guys? She gives you a big chunk of a solid color at the beginning of the hat. Like this was all one continuous skein.
So it's one stripe.
When I wear this hat, I get so many compliments.
It's so cute.
Isn't that good?
Yes, I love it so much.
The colors are amazing.
Well, she doesn't repeat a stripe. Like all of those are individual colors. So awesome.
Yeah, Jodi, it's so fun.
And I also ordered from Shirley Bryan Yarn, another amazing Canadian dyer.
Yeah, you did.
Of course I did, Jodi. What the heck? These are basically I'm thinking I want to start, cranking sock tubes and making a bunch of socks for gifts, and me too, but gifts as well. So I bought these little these are her half sets, I think. So it's 50 grams again, and a 20-gram mini is included. This one's called One More for the Road. And it's kind of like jewel tones and moody.
That's so good. That's so good.
Wine color. This one, I don't think I'm going to keep that for me. It's called Pretty Little Liar. What do you think of that?
Crazy.
What the heck?
The orange / hot pink combination is so good. Yes.
Actually, I think orange, like tangerine, would be another amazing color that would go with our logo colors. Like it would sit very well in there. What are you doing? I don't see you anymore, Jode.
I'm still here. Because everything fell. Okay. I touched it.
Oh, don't touch it. Don't touch it, Jodi. That's good advice. So that's
someone should have told me that long time ago.
Uh-huh. Look at these micro speckles in there.
Oh, like, God, I'd want to cast that on right away.
Isn't it nice?
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. Pretty little liar, and one more for the road. She's someone you want to sign up for newsletter, because her shop, the updates seem to disappear, but I also see
they sell very fast.
They do. They sell quickly, but she's also doing wholesale orders. Like I see that she sent yarn to some yarn shops. So there's another way to get her yarn.
Yeah.
You know, anyway, she does these crazy gradient things too. They just take time, right? Those speckled gradient things.
Very time consuming. Is she a dyer full time?
I would imagine so, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
So that might be it for me today. I mean, I do have, when I bought my little yarn bowl thing, this at Thread and Maple, I also got their phone stand. I'm going to try and dump this. It's magnetic. So your phone goes in there. It's stained wood, but this part, the base is magnetic. So you can have your show or your pattern or whatever just sitting beside you.
A magnet's going to erase your whole phone. Perfect.
Wonderful. Anyway, and I see Espace Tricot. So Thread and Maple, you can get them. And Espace Tricot, I see stocks them as well. Same thing.
Hey, Thread and Maple nailed it.
Totally, Jodi.
We didn't know we needed a magnet thing to sit next to us while we're knitting.
Well, I mean, I'm always propping my phone up on something.
And it looks nice.
It looks really nice in your living room or wherever you happen to be. And I have really, really cute little bowls of my stitch markers, but apparently I have an issue because I'm constantly knocking this little bowl over.
Yeah.
And this, this will hold my needle and a few stitch markers, and it doesn't go anywhere. Very, very, very thoughtful and functional. And I think it's a great gift too. Like if you're looking to buy your yarn friend something, your knitting pal that they may not have, but will use a ton.
Yes.
And it's not expensive.
Oops, sorry.
What are you doing?
Don't even ask me.
We're hoping to get it down in 10 years.
How
5 years,
rude.
Sort of getting the hang of it, but
there are like big, can you guys see all the birds? Like giant.
Okay, don't you think that's creepy though?
Yeah, it's like something's happening. There's a tsunami coming.
It makes me think of like those horror movies where something's really going wrong.
Totally.
I haven't watched a good scary movie for a while. I would love it.
Okay, so I'm going to show to the Max yarn now.
Do that because I loved everything from last time, Jode.
Okay. Let me just move this.
Oh, Jodi.
Highlighter color yellow.
Oh my God.
It's got a couple different yellows in there. This is really pretty.
Yes, it is.
I thought that was really pretty. This is kind of like, this was like a peachy, like a cantaloupe kind of orange. It's showing a little oranger, but
it looks sort of terracotta. It's lighter than that.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Oh, yes.
Look at this with this.
Yes. Okay, that's showing better.
Okay, so this pink. How about pink and blue?
Jodi.
Pink. Okay, gray. Who doesn't need a really nice tonal
Put up that highlighter color. That's exactly what I was thinking of for that Lola Bean yarn. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Love the gray. Ooh, this
Oh my
purple
God.
was fun.
Oh yeah, that's super fresh and springy. I love that.
And they're really tonal. Like they're not I think semi-solids, like some kind of right in between semi-solid and tonal.
It looks like a hyacinth. Like it looks like spring.
Yeah.
I love it.
And oh, I love this one.
Jodi. Yes.
Isn't that pretty?
Yes, 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 yes.
This one with that.
Beautiful.
Or with the gray.
Beautiful.
And I have one more. This blue is a little bit different. This blue is a little more turquoise. This one's a little more watery. This is a little more turquoisey. Right.
I love them both.
This was my favorite one.
I think I love it.
I mean, I hope they listed it. I should have even checked because yes, they're all in the shop right now and they're all $28 Canadian.
That's crazy. So you know. I have to go shopping right this minute.
They're $28 Canadian. There's lots of mohair. Not everyone had mohair. Just the ones that I showed you had mohair. The other ones didn't.
Well, that's tons.
Yeah. I'm going to shift back over here. So I just want to read some of the comments. I mean, today, it's fun to be so reflective. I mean, I haven't gone back and watched any of our previous, I don't watch our videos now.
I think we should watch the first one today. Like, I think we should watch it and just even part of it to see what it's like. It just seems like a long time ago for perspective, for fun.
I mean, 5 years, Tracie, is a long time ago.
Does that seem like a long time to you? Like, does that seem like it feels like 5 years ago?
No.
It feels like it's on fast forward.
Yes.
And at the same time, I love that now so much of our life is centered around the fiber community and that our knitting is part of like our business and our passion. And it's all that gray zone of how much we just love it. Like if anything, I love it more today than I did then. And I really thought I loved it. I couldn't love it any more then.
I absolutely agree. I couldn't agree more. And
we've evolved. We used to just be sock and shawl knitters. And now all we want to knit is sweaters. And we're knitting scratchy, natural yarn. And my dream is to have a sheep.
Oh my God, I want to go. But yes to all of that. I mean, it's just crazy.
It would be really great if somebody has a good memory, not a bad memory. We would love to read the comments below the video. Just the fact that we're celebrating these 5 years. If you have a memory that sticks out for you, that makes you laugh or smile, we would love to hear and read about it down below the video. I think that would be really fun. And we're going to have a giveaway in our Ravelry group, aren't we?
What are we giving away? Can you remind me? You told me, I've forgotten. You told me an hour ago.
We are going to give away both of our yarn kits, our celebration anniversary yarn kits, and a couple of swag items from our shop, maybe a tote bag and a thermal cup. But we just thought, in the spirit of sharing the love and party in your mailbox and all of that stuff, and just, if we could hug you all and say thank you, we would, but we would just like to send this to somebody. So
I would. I'm just kidding.
Jodi wants to keep it all. But that's maybe what the prompt will be a memory from whatever video from the past 5 years. And that giveaway, of course, will be in Ravelry. And so I'm going to lock the giveaway that we have right now and pick our winner. So if you enter to win that self-striping Knit Happy book and a skein of yarn, you'll want to go check that later today and see if you're the winner. But if you are the winner, you will get a notification in your Ravelry mailbox.
Okay, so, you know what my kids reminded me of, because I said it's our anniversary. They reminded me that one time we were in Banff and we had just finished breakfast, and the three of us, Jordan, Madison, and I, went into the washroom, and it was just a 2-stall washroom. So it's like one sink, 2 stalls. It's not very big. And I thought it was Madison beside me, and I'm narrating her pooing.
Because there's noise coming from the stall?
Yes. And I said, oh, I just heard you splash. You just pooed. And I'm laughing. And I said a couple more things like, oh my God, you stink. You're disgusting. And then both my girls outside my stall said, Mom, that's not us. The mortification I felt. Both of us, the lady beside me and me, finish up, and we're both at the sink together. And I say, I am so sorry. I thought can you imagine what she thought? Who is this crazy woman next to me? I'm not kidding.
I wonder,
like, who says I heard the plop?
Right. So do you think she was super offended? Like when you were standing at the sink washing your hands, is she just super embarrassed? Like she couldn't wait to get out of there?
I think she thought I was crazy, because if that happened to me and someone's doing that, I would think that's hysterical.
I know.
She was not thrilled. No, she was not thrilled.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, my massager that fell on the floor. Yeah, that was a good one too.
It's actually so you though. That story is like, because you love to laugh, because we love bathroom, like potty humor. We just think that's really funny. Like if I was in the next stall, I'd be like dying laughing. So it really is. It is very typical story. And this poor woman got caught in the middle.
And it's like, we both go out of the stalls together, and I'm just like, this could not be funnier. But like, it would have been better if she thought it was funny, but it's not.
Right.
But she didn't think it was as funny as I thought it was. My kids are dying. Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot more stories that haven't been told on the videos that are even, as much as funny as that, and a little bit over the moon. But
and that was that's like regular daily living. Like that stuff isn't happening because we're not going anywhere.
Right.
Really?
Yeah. Yes. This woman's probably really glad that she doesn't have to go in public bathrooms right now. I hope she doesn't have like PTSD.
Probably. She'll never be able to poo in a bathroom again. Right? Like, who poos in a public bathroom? You deserve to have it narrated if you're pooing in a bathroom with other people. No, I'm just kidding. Adela said I said something that I liked milk bones. No, I think I liked dog carob chocolate.
You were smelling that husky yarn, whatever what's that yarn? The pot. And you said it smells like milk bones. And just like we were smelling the Dingo Dye Works yarn, you're like, I'm pretty sure there's koala in here. And it's just an off the cuff comment every day, just things to make ourselves laugh. And I'll always remember that. I will always remember that kind of crazy stuff. So I feel grateful and lucky that you and I get to do this together, and that there are people that also love to join us. Speaking everything, I just feel so lucky and happy.
I agree. I completely agree with everything you said. We're blessed. We understand we are, and we appreciate every single person that watches our videos.
And it is totally our goal to give back as much as we possibly can. So just thank you for being here. And we absolutely love having you. So it's great.
When the cat shit in my bag, that was a good one. Remember the cat shit in my bag? My yarn bag?
Reason number 3076 that I will never have a cat. They think they can poo everywhere.
No, I love it. Well, because I locked her in my office.
Nice.
Speaking of the dog yarn, my cat is obsessed with it. Like if she's smelling it and you try and go near her, she'll hiss at you.
No.
I mean, it's a he. He'll hiss at you.
Isn't that funny? Because it's mostly the dog yarn and then some wool. Like, but that's the main fiber content. I still really want to knit a hat with it. It's so fluffy and so soft. And we're gonna have a giveaway. The ladies were gonna send more yarn. So you haven't seen the last of Poppy's pom-pom yarn.
I also we had what?
The Nair situation.
Where
the chemical burn. And your home bikini wax experience.
I still have wax on my vag.
Jodi,
from 8 years ago.
I can't even believe you thought that was a good idea. Like I mean, I can, because there's not a lot of thought in between the idea and the action. It's just like slap it on. Oh my gosh, I should have thought about that.
But knowing it's going to rip my labia off, and I'll only. Oh God! All these stories and reminiscing. It's just.
And you think people are coming for the knitting? I don't know anymore. I really don't know anymore.
Yeah.
I feel like
my chin mole grew back. Remember, I shaved my mole off.
Oh my God, I miss being beside you for this. I just miss it
know.
So much.
I know. This is
this is not terrible, but it's not my favorite at all.
Yeah.
But it is going to be a memory, right? Remember when we had to do this by Zoom? But it's going to be good. It's going to be good. It's all fine.
We took those 6 minutes to figure out how to do it.
Right? Right?
Yeah.
Like, it's not, people are probably at home going, how stupid are they that they can't figure out how to hit a start button?
I'm sorry for the men that are in here, and then I talked about my labia.
You know what? I feel like if you're just a knitter and a guy, I think it's okay. I feel like it's okay.
Yes, don't you think? It's okay. Yes.
Anyway, I just think who doesn't need a good laugh?
Yeah.
And if you can laugh at the expense of us, great. We'd love that. I think
Colleen is saying, oh my gosh, I can hardly see what I'm typing. I'm laughing so hard. Colleen, are you really? I think Colleen's relating to waxing her labia off.
Okay, well, there's nothing like a Nair chemical burn to keep you like.
Yes.
That's so bad too. But I'm never gonna wax. I'm never doing my home wax. No. I prefer the chemical burn.
Take prefer chemical burn to wax still in your vagina 8 years later.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys, that's too funny.
I was looking so forward to chatting with everybody this morning.
Me too.
And oh my God, Cat Lady, you're my spirit animal. There's a lady, her YouTube handle is Cat Lady.
Oh, wow. You could be Cat Lady too.
Right. My non-existent abs are killing me. That's so funny.
Hilarious.
You know what God, as you're a menopausal woman, your weight gains differently. Like all my fat, well, not all, it's evenly distributed, but like where I'm gaining it is stomach.
Yeah, that's pretty common, I think.
Right.
It's all hormonally related, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's not my fault.
Totally not your fault. It's because you're a woman and because you're a certain age. Good Lord. Lucky us.
I know. Lordy. Look who's 40.
I wish.
I wish I was
you were 40. Wishing you were 40. Me? No, I'm good. It's all good.
Yeah, that's so
why
funny.
I knit boxy sweaters to disguise that area of my body.
Something flowy.
Flowy. Love it.
Mm-hmm. This 5 years has been a joy, and we look forward to 5 more, unless we get canceled. And let me tell you, that's going to all be on me.
If we were official, if YouTube bans us, that's the only way it'll get canceled. Yes. But we'll try and keep it in the lines mostly, so that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Pardon?
Adela said, tuned in to watch a podcast one day and made 2 friends, even though one of them sent dicks to my house. That was so good. That was a highlight of 2020. I love the friend
part.
Yeah.
It was. Actually, I was at home kind of crapping my pants about that box with the mailman. that you sent, the joke box.
With Amber?
No, to Adela.
Oh no, it's hilarious. I was actually wanting her mailman to see it.
It's hilarious.
No,
it's hilarious.
What I wanted is I made sure to tick please sign for the package. So I really wanted her to have to go to her mailman, which I know they're on a first name friend basis, to a bigdildo.com box.
Right.
That's what I wanted.
Right.
But instead, he gave it to the kid.
No.
Her teenage son.
Yes.
Got it. Yes.
And he put it away and said, I don't think Lola needs to see this or something.
And maybe in retrospect, it turned out to be even better. But
that poor young man.
Yeah.
Oy vey.
So that's good. These are good memories.
Those weirdo Canadians.
Yeah.
It really was it was pretty hysterical. Actually, there were other people that sent that same gag to people because they saw that you did it.
It's so good. You guys too. Send it to someone's work. Our friend Amber works for the Edmonton Police Association. I wanted to send it to work, but then I kind of like, not everybody's work's going to appreciate that.
People have a professional life. Just because we don't have a professional life doesn't mean that it's not true for others.
Don't you think cops behind the scene, like they're going to think that's hilarious?
They would think it's hilarious. She would be mortified.
Do you think she would?
For a while.
For a minute. I did send one to her house though. Anyway.
Of course you did. You were somebody needs to disable your PayPal. I have a few things that I'm going to save to share next week, and they're awesome. But oh my gosh, it's been so much fun to go down memory lane. It just, these birthdays do that, right? Make you think about things like that. So it's been really
great 5 years. And think of all the people we can call our friends. Look at all the people we're chatting with all over the world right now.
That blows my mind.
Yeah.
And look at all the people that wouldn't mind if we stayed on their couch, maybe. We can kind of travel anywhere and maybe find a knitter that might not think we're scary and creepy if we want to stay on the couch.
So Anya Lulu, she meant to send one to her horrible boss when she left. She said she's so stuck up. You know who we should send?
It is never too late.
We should send it to fucking blank, somebody's boss. You know who I'm talking about?
Jodi.
Yeah, that's the thing with HR. Big companies with HR are going to frown upon that. But it's funny.
Yes, that's true.
You know what you can get on that same website is gag boxes that when you open it, it explodes with glitter.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And if you've never had to clean up glitter, it's a nightmare.
Yeah. That would be, you'd have glitter till 2025. You'd have glitter on our 10-year. That's so funny.
Could you imagine?
No.
Yeah, those are some good gags. As long as they're getting the laugh out of it too, it's all good. But
when we interviewed Dick, when Dick came over to the house.
Yes, to Mom's house.
Yeah.
He is the only knitter friend that we've ever had over there. Is that right? Like that came from out of town and we went.
Yes.
Yeah. So many great friends. That's why it's so fun to go to these festivals where everybody congregates so you can see people even just briefly to catch up. I miss those a lot. And
you know what Tracie suggested now with this Zoom, wouldn't it be fun to have like a 15-minute segment somewhere in our Zoom of special guests?
Yeah, I would love that. Now that we're Zoom experts, we know what's going on.
Do you know, like they could come in and we could literally have a 15-minute Zoom. It's not going to be long, so we're still going to have our full podcast content with a bonus of somebody that's going to come on.
Talk about evolution from wondering if the words were backwards and not knowing anything. That would be amazing.
Yes. I think we should do one this week.
Even when we're together, right? So we can still be doing that Zoom platform. Even when we can still get together, we can still do something like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So who knows?
Adela wants to be the first.
Adele is our first ever newsletter subscriber too. I will never forget that.
We'll talk.
She won a free toaster.
She did win a free toaster. She actually
won a free toaster.
That's so good. See all these things I forget?
Oh, I know, right?
Those were good memories. I'm reading on the screen, so it looks like I'm looking away, but I'm just reading on my phone some of the comments.
I think it's been a really, really fun 2 hours. I think we should probably hit the road.
Yeah. I just want to remind people, I mean, we don't have the Black Lives Matter riots right in our face right now, but I want to just remind everybody to remain in that gap, to continue to better your self and understanding when it comes to white privilege, when it comes to racism, when it comes to doing your part in making this world a better place for everybody.
I was on the news this morning and I didn't see that this had happened. I didn't know this, but there was a country music star. Did you see this?
Yes.
Disgusting. I don't know who he is. I've never heard of him.
Yeah.
But he showed how racist he is using a very disgusting term, lost his music contract, lost the chance to win awards in his industry.
Yeah.
And I love seeing that people are standing up, and that is standing in that gap.
It's like zero tolerance.
Zero tolerance. I mean, it made me, well, first disgusted.
You're not allowed just to apologize and make it okay anymore. Like, I love that it's an absolute black and white for not everything, but in these cases that you're talking, it was like black and white. You said this, you're done. We're done.
Right. We are breaking ties with you. This is not who we are. And you don't get to make some half-assed apology through your publicist that means nothing. You've shown people who you are, and that is the way it goes. And people call that cancel culture or whatever. And I guess now, if he's really not that person, then I guess you're going to have to do some work and show everybody. But at this point, this is what you've shown everyone. And I love that it is such a clear message from his professional side and the people that he works with, that it's a huge consequence.
Yeah.
So standing in that gap.
Just a reminder about standing in the gap. We haven't talked about it the last few podcasts, but we just want to make sure that it's still a daily for us. It's still a very high priority, and it's always going to be. And just reminding you that we hope that it's a priority for you as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
The best day.
I've had a great day, and it's only noon.
You know what?
So
I'm not even gonna cook dinner. I think this celebration, I think I should order skip.
I think we should have had cupcakes. I feel like we dropped the ball, but
I know. I feel like if we were together, we would have each brought something. We would have had crowns. We would have had a sash.
Right. I know. You know what? It's never too late. We can celebrate next week. We're going to be 5 all year. So there's still some more fun things coming. And we do have some things that we're trying to organize. So we're just celebrating and bringing community together. And I love that. I love it. So thank you all. Okay. Thank you for being here.
Please join us tomorrow. The link for Knit Social to buy a ticket to join us for Knit Night. It's tomorrow. It's an hour and a half. Please join us. We're so excited to
I'm so excited
to chat and knit.
I can't wait. And I'm super excited about my class. And I'm super excited about my Shetland lecture. I get to go to the Shetland Islands virtually on Saturday. I don't know if that's sold out or not yet, but it's going to be a great weekend. It's going to be a great weekend. So there's lots of fun Canadian knitting things. We love Knit Social and Knit City. And oh my gosh, cannot wait to get back there in person.
Thank you, moderators.
And if you're joining us later because you had a very busy life, we are so glad to see you. And maybe one day you can make it live, but this has been a really, really fun day. Fun day.
We will see you next week.
You bet. Bye, everybody.